International Consulting Podcast. I am today with Stella Mikraki, which is a Senior Growth Marketing Manager at LearnWorlds. Hello, Stella.
Hello, Johan.
And we will talk today about online learning platforms, online learning centers, and how can you create a successful one and share your knowledge through an online learning center. So, Stella, could you maybe give us a brief introduction about both yourself and LearnWorlds, the learning center platform that you are working for?
Yes, Johan, thank you for inviting me on your show. I'm Stella. I work for LearnWorlds. It's an online course platform. Our customers are course creators, are companies who train their staff, train their customers. And I personally have a consulting background, a background in entrepreneurship and in marketing. I have studied economics, of course, then I changed to digital marketing, and I also have an MBA from the UK. That's my background. In the recent years, I've been working for SaaS companies, software as a service companies like LearnWorlds.
And when did you start working at LearnWorlds?
It's almost 2.5 years now. Since then, the company has grown amazingly. It has more than tripled the business, maybe 4 times the business. So it's a great place to work at.
Exactly. So 2020 actually has been good for online learning in general, for LearnWorlds in particular. And it is actually now a good time for digital nomads, for professionals, for consultants to create their own school learning center. And
exactly. It's although this is an unforeseen event with COVID, you know, and it has all these tragic results around the world. For some sectors, for some industries, the growth has been amazing. Any online tools, and specifically those that have to do with online meeting and online learning, they are doing actually pretty well. And LearnWorlds was ready when this sad event happened. We were ready. We had all the infrastructure, all the people there, and we also hired more people. So we were able to sort of benefit from this unforeseen event and help also our customers to do better in this event that they couldn't handle at the beginning.
Exactly. Maybe you know a little bit about the history of online learning.
Yes, it's not a new thing. There were systems since decades ago. It was mostly targeted to companies who wanted to do internal training for their employees. Over the past decade, these systems have reached out to course creators, to freelancers, to experts, anyone who can teach online, and actually make the technology available to the simple person, so to say. And especially in the recent years, it's actually very easy for someone to use this technology and create a school and a training program without being a tech savvy or being a developer or an educator. It's very easy right now, and actually the market is booming. They predict that it will be over $325 billion in 2025, and I personally believe that this projection is not accurate. It's going to be even higher. The revenue from online from e-learning in general, it's going to be really much higher than that.
Oh, that's very interesting. So actually, this is true. Now we have the tools available online, such as LearnWorlds platform, to create online courses about virtually anything. Everybody knows something. It can be something as simple as I don't know how to properly put your cereals. You can really teach and learn anything, guitar, professional skills, really everything. And nowadays, nearly everybody has at least a camera on his mobile phone and can record things and create.
Exactly, and if you look at the systems that were available in the previous decades, as I said, they were mostly available to companies, to big companies. These systems needed to be installed in a server, in a company server, and all that. You had to log in from your computer. There was, a different technology. Now it's all available in the cloud. Anyone can get a username and a password, pay their subscription and use the software. They don't have to update the computer, the software on their computer or on their servers. It's all updated automatically by our team, and it's really easy to use, with all this stuff, pages builder, designs, templates, all that is made available. And it's really easy either for a company or for a freelancer or an entrepreneur to do everything that they need by themselves without the need for a developer or a designer.
Exactly. So, for example, I tried to use your platform, and it is really easy to use nowadays. You don't need to know anything about coding, about
Nothing.
you need to be a webmaster to create your online school.
Exactly.
That's very easy. Or if you want, you can follow courses about how to create your own course.
Exactly. Yes. And we practically we preach, we do what we preach practically. We have our own academy and a very informative blog. Anyone can enroll in the courses, and we made those available for free because of the COVID-19 crisis. Everything is free on our blog, on our academy. Anyone can learn how to create a course. And you know something, John? There's a myth about course creation. Sometimes people think they need to be an expert. You don't have to be an expert. Of course, if you are an expert, that's fine and that's amazing. But if you think at everything, at all things about education, there are different levels. So there's always someone that knows less than you know, and you can teach them. You don't have to be an expert with a PhD or 25 years of experience. Even if you have a hobby that you know how to do very well, you can teach it to someone else.
Exactly, I agree. Actually, I think a year ago, I was writing an article on my website about how to create a successful online course, because I am creating online courses. And at least in my experience, it is sometimes even easier to write about something where I am not an expert, to create a course about something where I am not an expert, because I will actually have to look for information and I will include it. But on the contrary, sometimes when you are an expert, you think that everything is basic knowledge and people know it, but it's not.
Exactly. It's like a trap, isn't it? If you feel that you know everything, you feel it's also easy for another person to follow, but it's not always. So it might be a trap, actually.
Exactly. Actually, it is not so easy to to create a good course, but as you mentioned, it is accessible to everybody. So in your experience, maybe you have access to statistics, or maybe you send reviews to your customers. Why people are actually creating online courses? What are the main reasons?
Excuse me. Yes, there are a lot of benefits, especially if you compare the business of creating and selling online courses to a physical brick and mortar business, or to physical products. There are numerous of benefits. I think I can mention the three most important benefits. One is that this business model is quite scalable. So imagine you start, you create your first course. Of course, it takes some time and some energy from you to create this course, but then you can either sell it to one person or to thousands of people. The work that you have to do is at the beginning, set up your course, set up maybe some advertising, but then it's scalable in a way that doesn't incur much more costs or much more effort. Also, what a lot of people like to do nowadays is to create subscriptions. Subscriptions means that instead of selling one course, two courses separately, you put all the learning content inside a membership area, and we can do that at LearnWorlds. So you can restrict your pages and make them available to members only, and people pay a monthly membership, which is also, of course, scalable for an entrepreneur, because either you attract one person or 1,000 people, it works perfectly fine. And other people that don't like memberships, they create courses, and again, they launch it once a year, 2 or 3 times a year. This is also a way to scale and attract a larger audience. The second important benefit is that it actually, there's no production cost. I mean, as you said, you can take your phone, you can use the camera of your computer and your microphone and create a video course, or if you don't like cameras, you can also go for a text-based course. And again, compared to physical products, there is no stock. You don't need to have stock. You don't have to renew your stock. It's all there. The course is there, available for anyone. There are no shipping costs. When your customer buys, it's available right away. They can watch it right away, your course. And then another important thing is that another benefit that course creators often state is that they don't need other people to create their product. They don't need developers, they don't need suppliers, they don't need designers. They don't need any partners in the beginning, at least. So you can create your own business and your own course from what you already know, from your experience, from what's in your mind, from presentations that you used to have in a company, for example, in a corporate environment that you were. It's all there. You don't need any help from anyone else. That's the basic benefits.
Exactly. So, for example, for someone that has some knowledge and wants to create an online business, for example, it is a much easier solution to create an online school than to go, for example, into drop shipping.
Exactly. And you know something, John, I want to make this really simple, because it is. Drop shipping, for example, I have read about drop shipping. So you need to learn a lot about how to do it. You need to find the suppliers. You need to establish some terms and conditions. You need to make sure that they will deliver in time. There's a lot of factors. And again, how do you promote your products? It's quite complicated. But if you think at teaching, everyone knows how to teach, right? Teaching is in our daily lives. We teach our small brother or sister. We teach our children. We teach a friend. If a friend asks for a piece of advice, we are actually teaching them. So you don't have to think of teaching as something made for a special group of people. It's everyone can do it. And we also know how teaching looks like, because we can think of our teachers at school, at the university. So we know what we liked and what we didn't like, and how we can do it better. So I hope you agree with that. It's something that everyone can do, in my opinion.
Exactly. So as you mentioned, actually, teaching is already something we do, maybe not in our daily life, but from time to time, at least, we explain at some point something to somebody. And
even if a new colleague joins our company, someone has to train them. So, I think all of us have been involved in some sort of training in some way or another.
Exactly. So virtually anyone can be a successful online instructor, can create a successful online course, and know something to teach to someone. And as you mentioned, even in companies, they are already doing it internally within corporations, and they could even also benefit from creating their own online academies for their employees.
Mm-hmm. Yes. This is an aspect that's very interesting. Training is happening every day in companies. Maybe if we look at it from the outside, we don't realize it. But a company always needs to train their staff. Even small companies that do not train their whole team, at least they will train the sales team, for example, right? And also companies that, you know, their product has some technical know-how, most frequently they will train their customers. They will train their partners how to distribute the product, how to sell it. You know, it's there as well. Training is in every size of business and every sector, in my opinion.
Exactly. I agree. Definitely agree. But actually, even if anyone can create an online course, there is the need for online for training, and online training in particular for everything. Actually, what makes a course successful?
Again, let's take it back and think when we were students, right? If we didn't like the course, we would feel bored, not engaged, distracted, right? But what makes a course interesting? What makes teaching interesting? You know, the course has to be engaging. So you can use questions and answers. You can use different activities. You can use different types of material to keep your students engaged. At LearnWorlds, we have a unique feature, which is the interactive video. You can create interactivity elements on top of your video, so you can, even long videos, you can make them more interesting. We also have interactive ebooks. We have different types of activities, different learning activities. All that helps to make a course engaging, so that people don't drop out. Because you actually, if a person starts your course, you want them to finish it. And that's another thing that makes a course successful. If you manage to make people, to help people finish the course and help them see actual measurable results, this is something that will contribute to your course success. So always, when you structure your course, you need to think of the specific result, or even a transformation that the student is going to get after they finish your course. It's always good for the person that consumes learning to feel that they advance. They started from point A and they are now at point B. Also, what makes a successful course is a clear structure. Step-by-step courses are doing very well. Believe me, they are doing very well. Step-by-step courses, you know, distinct steps, distinct stages that also help the person feel that there is an incremental process. And they understand that now at stage 1, I finish this part and then I move on to the next part. This helps a lot. And of course, I think that practical courses do very well. Practical courses that are applicable to daily lives, help solve specific solutions. For example, courses that have to do with much needed skills, job skills, or with online technologies like Facebook advertising, things like that. Languages, anything that help people improve their skills in a way that will change their life after they consume your content.
Mm-hmm. So actually, I'm sure you have some very interesting statistics about the courses that works and the ones that don't. For example, on average, how long are successful courses? Half hour, 1 hour, 10 hours?
This is a great question, because actually there is a trend towards micro learning. Of course, micro learning doesn't mean that you need to have a course that is 5 minutes long, but it's good that you try to restrict the duration of each learning unit, of each video, for example, to up to 10 minutes. 10 minutes is, or even 5 minutes, it depends on what you're teaching. 5 to 10 minutes is a good time to keep people's attention, and also help them navigate back and forth without losing your train of thought. That's a good duration for each video. Now, it depends, and again, it depends. If you see that your video that your course in total takes more than 1.5 to 2 hours, maybe you need to consider to split it into 2 parts. So, for example, if you're doing a painting course, how to paint pictures, maybe you need to split it into beginners and advanced, if you think it's too long. Or maybe you need to get more clear on the learning goals. If your course is too long, maybe it is that you're trying to teach people a lot more things than they need to, in order to achieve one goal. So focus on one goal, and I believe that 1.5 hours, 2 hours maximum is a good time for a course, a good duration.
Okay, so it is actually better to create maybe more courses that are overall shorter and with one specific goal than to try to put everything.
Exactly. Even courses that have a duration of half an hour are pretty good. And again, it depends if you're trying to sell a beginner's course, or if you're trying to sell an advanced course for experts, which also you are going to charge for more money, like a premium course.
And actually, how to make the distinction between knowledge that is for beginner and knowledge for more advanced students?
It's simple. Let's say you want to teach painting again. Think of your customer persona. This is important. A customer persona is your ideal customer. So if I choose to target people that cannot paint, have never painted at all, so they don't know the basic color combinations, they don't know basic maybe design theory, they don't know how to use the different tools that they need, I have to include that in the beginner's course. Again, if I want to teach advanced students, I have to have the exact persona in my mind and what they need to know. So I will assume that they know the basic stuff and move forward. The same thing is with Facebook advertising, for example. Let's assume that you are an entrepreneur, but you have never used Facebook ads before. So I need to explain even the basic terminology, what you can achieve with Facebook ads, what link you should click to access Facebook ads, and even some basic things about advertising and targeting. But if you are an advanced user and you have, let's assume you have used Facebook ads before, but you haven't seen really good results, then I will focus on the techniques and tactics on how to optimize your ads to improve your results. So that's a way to separate the two. Do you have any specific example in mind?
Well, not exactly, but when I am actually myself creating courses, I also always have to choose between a beginner, intermediate, and advanced. And I'm never really sure what really makes a beginner, what makes an intermediate learner, what makes an advanced one.
This is the trap of an expert, as we said in the beginning of this episode. When you know your art or science very well, it's a bit difficult, you know. But then this is where surveys come. If you have an audience already, like an email list or a Facebook group, if you have your audience somewhere and you can reach out to them directly, you can ask them. You can simply ask them. You can tell them, I'm preparing a course about Facebook ads. to help you achieve better results in your business for a lower budget. Let me know what you want me to include in there. So this will help you. If you don't know your audience well, it will help you understand their level and create a course that is actually good for them and brings value and that they will want to buy.
Very interesting. So actually, this was a very good tip to create a successful online school. Do you have more tips?
Yes. For me, some people might think it's becoming very competitive with online courses, and it is actually, it is very competitive. Everybody with lockdowns around the world is looking to get training online, so all course creators compete with each other. But this is actually a good thing, because competition means there is a lot of demand, so there is a space for everybody to thrive. I believe that there are two basic elements in a profitable online business. Of course, there are other tactics and parts and all that, but there are two basic pillars. One is the quality of your course, and the other one is your audience. I assume that, and we have discussed over this episode, that the quality is something that you take care of because you have the expertise, you have the knowledge and all that, and you can create a really good and engaging course. What some people don't pay attention to much is the creation of a good audience. Even if you plan to launch a course, you need to start from day one with building your email list, building your audience. Who's your ideal customer? Bring them over to your email list, bring them over to a Facebook group. And a good thing is that at LearnWorlds, we have a built-in community feature. You don't even need to use Facebook groups where there are a lot of distractions, ads, your friends' timelines and all that. You can start with creating a free course on LearnWorlds as a lead magnet, a free mini training, and you can start bringing your audience over to join your free course and the community inside LearnWorlds. This will help you build your audience, grow your audience. People that are cold, they don't hear from you so often, they will start hearing from you more often, and you warm them up. And these are your potential students. So to me, a good quality engaging course is crucial, and building and growing your audience is as crucial as well to the success of your online course business. And if you have a good audience and you keep nurturing it and this works, then it's easy to expand this audience to thousands of people via Facebook ads and other paid solutions. The crucial part is to get your first 50, 100, 200 people join your audience, because if you have 100 or 200 people, you will be able to sell courses actually and see the benefit of it. So the ball will start rolling, and then you can scale that to thousands or even tens of thousands of people in your audience.
Okay, and actually one more tip maybe to create a lucrative and successful online school is to use LearnWorlds.
Of course, there are a lot of course platforms out there, and they're very good actually. It depends on what someone needs. If you need a really good tool to easily create your course pages, we have beautiful templates. We even have Black Friday templates now that Black Friday is just around the corner. We have also the interactivity features that I mentioned before, and the built-in community, which is very important. And overall, we make it very easy for beginner course creators to create an online school and the content of their course along with the audience. We have all the marketing tools also. You can create coupon codes, you can create bundles of courses, you can create promotions. All is there, so you only have to worry about putting your knowledge into any type of content, nothing else. Everything else, technology-wise and marketing-wise, is made as easy as possible.
No, actually, as you mentioned, Black Friday is coming. Do you have an offer for Black Friday?
Yes, if for those who are listening right now and in the coming days, there will be an offer on our website. If you visit LearnWorlds.com, there will be some promotion across the website, so you won't miss it. And also, if you join our email list, or if even better, if you start a trial, we have a free 30-day trial. You can start a trial and you will get access to that offer. It will be throughout Black Friday week, but early birds will get a better discount. So Monday, Tuesday will be the best days to grab the offer.
Okay, so
I wanted, sorry, Joanna, I wanted to also mention that if you start a trial, it's easy to get access to all of our knowledge base and resources, and you will also be invited to join a webinar where you can see a demo of the platform and the features and different features, and everyone can see if this is a good fit for what they want to do.
Exactly. So actually now it is a good time to try to create an online course with your free trial. For example, see if it's working for yourself, where you want to go, and if most likely you will even get an offer for Black Friday if you want to take the next step and really work out your online school.
And now it's the best opportunity of the history, you know, to start an online course business. I'm not the only person saying that. The numbers are there. The online course market is booming. The technology is easier than ever to use, and Black Friday is coming up. You know, the New Year's sales period is coming up. The demand for online courses and for what any of your listeners wants to teach, there is demand out there. There is demand, and again, they shouldn't be afraid of competition because everyone has their own unique knowledge, unique style, unique branding. People want to hear from you and learn from you, and it's the best time ever to start an online business.
Exactly, and for sure, we will be sharing the links to LearnWorlds in the description of both the video if you are watching it on YouTube, or the audio if you are listening on a podcast platform. So before we both go back to creating more amazing content, do you want to add something, Stella?
Yes, you know, I want to add something a little bit personal. I have also been a course creator myself, even before I joined LearnWorlds, and I want your listeners to know, if they haven't sold anything online yet, I have to tell you, it's an amazing feeling. It's like, you know, it's like your own product of labor to create an ebook. I first started by creating ebooks back then, and then I created a video course. It's an amazing feeling to see the first payment coming in from PayPal. It's a feeling that I will never forget. And if you start to do that, if you start selling your online course, monetizing your knowledge, you will also experience that feeling, and you will see that it will be something that you want to do again and again. Because being a course creator means that you are an entrepreneur, and this brings a feeling of success, the feeling of satisfaction, the feeling that you can help other people achieve results, and of course it adds money to your account. So it's a great thing to do. It's one of the best things nowadays, that everything is moving online, or business or operations are moving online.
Exactly. Funny you mentioned that. Now I do remember my first PayPal transfer from my first courses 2 years
Yes.
ago, and it was indeed an amazing feeling.
Yes, exactly.
Well, thank you very much, Stella. It was amazing talking with you.
Thank you, John. I really appreciate our talk.
Thanks a lot.